that is the greatest meal toy possibly of all time. And I'm sure the other ones are equally as awesome. Welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I hope you beautiful people are having an amazing day. It's about to get a whole lot brighter because you know the drill. Big McDonald's. Oh my goodness. Camera flip.
Oh, nothing. We just forgot to get you a Mighty Kids meal.
Probably didn't need to do that. That was probably an unnecessary step that was taken to this intro. Let me put these all back in the box. That's probably going to be a little easier to go through these. We are going to be opening up over 100 McDonald Happy Meal toys from the 90s to the 2000s. There may be even a few from today, which kind of perfectly encapsulates this show. I can't wait. There's going to be so many things that I'm sure some of us had growing up, and maybe some stuff that I haven't thought about in literally over a decade. Let's just get started with this one here on the table already, and it looks like it's from Monsters, Inc. So we'll go ahead and put the year of when these came out as well, and we'll also rank them from a scale of 1 to 10, and we'll put all of our 10s to the side. Let's start off with our first one here. You guys will see I have a new camera angle, so you guys can kind of see the figure a little bit up close here. So let me know if you guys like this. This is our first time ever doing this. I might get some different lighting down here on this camera, but it's just a new setup, so that way it's more still. There's no motion sickness going on, hopefully, and you guys can see, because I did run into the issue before of like having to show you guys up here and then come back and it wouldn't focus on my face, which the new camera doesn't really do as much, but we did have that in the past, so hopefully this works. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so our first one here is Sully. So let's go ahead and pop him open. And there we go. There is the big man here. This is from the original Monsters, Inc. line there. And it even comes with the door, the classic Scream door there. Really cool. Is there anything that it does though? Here's the instructions here. It's supposed to glow, but I'm not really seeing anything. Let me get the black light and see if maybe it glows in the dark, because there's no like switch on it. But the instructions clearly show like a light bulb of some kind. Ooh, okay. That made him 10 times cooler. Alright, so it does actually glow in the dark. His eyes glow. So you could have him coming out of the scare door, his eyes glowing. That's honestly kind of terrifying. Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. The freaking toys from our day just went so freaking hard. Okay, so you have the scare door here. Let's just say hypothetically the door peeks open with the eyes glowing. Let's take a look. And the door creaks. Oh, that is actually terrifying. That is so awesome. All right, first one's getting a 10 out of 10. That was awesome. Okay, so I'm an easy person to please. So glow in the dark comes the door piece. That's getting a 10 in my book. I love that. You guys let me know what you think. Next one. And I'm going to be giving away all of these meal toys on my Whatnot stream. Link in the description down below. You get 15 bucks when you sign up. And I'm going to be giving them all away. So let's see what the next one we got here is. This one is from Little Mermaid 2. I'm not gonna lie, I might keep a couple here because they're just fire, but let's see what we got here. Little Mermaid 2. I've actually not seen Little Mermaid 2. I'm on my journey to watch every Disney movie, and I've seen just about every sequel, but not Little Mermaid 2 yet, so I gotta check this one out. This is the old VHS clamshell design here. Go ahead and pop it open here and see what it looks like. Oh, that's some old packaging. The back opened up. All right, there we go. So we have this little penguin guy in here. I'm not really sure who he is. I'm assuredly he's from the film, but he's so cool. He's got this nice blue base on him there, but it kind of makes me feel like he needs the other ones to be cool. Like by himself, he doesn't really do a lot, but he's interesting. We'll give him a, I don't know, 6 out of 10. Next up, we've got Winnie the Pooh here. This is for the Tigger movie, and you got Pooh dressed up as Tigger there. That one is so cute. I love his little freaking Calvin and Hobbes style eyes there. So we have Winnie the Pooh there. It's a little bag clip. Hey man, I mean, Sanrio charges like $8 for these bag clips nowadays. You got them for free back in the day at McDonald's. I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy, just for all cuteness, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. What is this? This is for freaking Game Boy? This is a Hot Wheels. So we have a Hot Wheels one. Let's go ahead and check it out here. So the Hot Wheels one, it looks like it's got some kind of pullback piece. Oh, that's already gonna be awesome. It's got a launching system. 3 out of 4 things that have a launching system are always awesome. Okay, and it also comes with the Hot Wheel car here. Dang, look at these guys decked out in the Hot Wheels merch. Look at this. That's freaking clean. And it has the GameCube game there too. So here's the Hot Wheel itself. 2000s badass. That is just sleek as all hell. And this is from what year? I'm so curious on this one. 2002. Like, I was this close to being a Hot Wheels kid. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for like Nickelodeon, like all the characters that I love so much, I would have probably ended up being a Hot Wheels kid because those ads were the best. So it comes with a bunch of stickers for you to decorate them to. Already getting points for that. The stickers still work from 2002. Yes, they do. I went with a very simplistic design here. You can see I've got the McDonald's logos right there on the side, so you can see that flex there. And then I put the McDonald's stripe there over the windshield just to remind everybody how we got here and who provided this vehicle for us. So let's take a look here. Let's get it launching. So you pull it back and you press the launch system. Pretty cool. Boom. Hey, there we go. That was a little bit faster. I was gonna say, I mean, what's the difference between that and just kind of doing it yourself? But I mean, who wants to do this, you know? That's not cool. What's cool is simulating a TNT explosion. That's awesome. Next up we have here is for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And this is weird kind of to me because this movie is the first ever Disney animated film, which I don't even remember. I mean, obviously I wasn't there, but it came out in like, what, 1950? It's a super old film. So there's no way that this was for the release of the movie. Maybe this was for like the release of it being like remastered on VHS or something like that. But we have the head of Grumpy. And again, like, I guess because I'm in an era now where it's like, you can go to Target right now and you can get the Disney slap bracelets will pop up on screen here. You can get these little chibi snap figures of Disney characters with 2 of them in there, and it costs like $8. The mold on his face really isn't that bad. The bag clip on there is cute. It says Grumpy on it. Like, that's kind of better than some of the stuff you can buy today. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him an 8 out of 10. He's not as fun as the Hot Wheel though. I think fun is what really gets you past the 8 category. It's really cute, awesome little display piece, but it's not really that fun. 8 out of 10. Okay, this one is for Toys R Us, and this is from Animal Alley. So let's go ahead and take a look here. This is a frog, it looks like. A very, very cheap, low quality plush frog. And his name is Hobson. 2001, this is kind of whack. I don't know. It's cool, Animal Alley. Does it support something? Like, does it benefit some kind of charity? Yeah, man, back in the day when your toys came with magazine-style ads, like, look at how big this is. This is like a Nick magazine. So it's just a bunch of coupons for Toys R Us. Really what this is, it's just a toy to throw into your bag. And if you look at this thing here, this is all just filled with Toys R Us coupons. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's pretty cool. Little Mike Wazowski $5 off coupon. And those Toys R Us prices, you probably needed it. But the thing is like, this was basically just to get your parents this. Like, this is for you, and this is to get this in the hands of your parents to take you to Toys R Us. Kind of boring, though. I'm gonna give him 5 out of 10. Sorry, Hopkins. All right, what is this? This is for Jungle Book 2. Jungle Book 2, a movie I have seen. So Jungle Book 2, this comes with Kaa the serpent here, you can see. And oh my goodness, why do I actually kind of want to get this entire set? You get to create an entire jungle gym, which as a kid is like, that's my kingdom right there. That's incredible. So I'm gonna try to see if I can build this briefly here, but I'm imagining Kaa probably doesn't have that many pieces to his, because a lot of times these ones that are like work in conjunction, you really kind of need the whole thing for it to really do anything. Well, I got it pretty much built here. I don't know. I'm not a fan of these like buildable ones all the time. Like, he's not bad. Like, the toy, he kind of just, he shakes his head back and forward. Like, that's kind of boring. And you put him inside of here, and then you put the roof on this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that's kind of boring. I think it's kind of lackluster. Like, it's cool if you really love the Jungle Book. You could build the whole setup. I don't know. I'm gonna give this one, falls apart too. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. 6 out of 10. It's kind of boring. What? No way. Is this a toy skateboard ramp? For those of you guys that don't know, I'm really into fingerboarding. Oh my gosh, I remember this. I used to have these. We have the fingerboard. That is so freaking sick. Oh my goodness. I used to love this as a kid. I would say maybe my like original love for fingerboarding came from this toy line here. Oh yes. That is so satisfying. Oh my goodness. And you get all the stickers here. And it came with a little staircase for you to do some ollies. Because you remember at this time, you know, these things have no grip tape, so they're kind of rough, but at this time, fingerboards were really popular. You know, you had tech decks around and stuff like that, so it was like, you know, something for free is amazing. And then you get to decorate your own fingerboard setup. That's incredible already. Oh yeah, look at that setup, man. All right, let's get a little trick. Oh, and let me guess. You could build a whole skate park. There's an attachment piece there too. There's an attachment piece. Just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. Live slide. Hey, there we go. You gotta kind of hold this still because it's not the heaviest duty thing. You know, but hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 10 out of 10. That is just freaking clean. I could do this all day. 10 out of 10. You're going up there with Sully. And then if you lose that freaking thing, you can still just have fun with this. We all know as a kid, we just like pretended that we could skateboard anyway with these things and like just jump around the house, grinding through your kitchen, using your sink as a bowl. 10 out of 10. There's so much fun to be had with that. Next up, this came from something called Mystic Knight, which I've never heard of in my life. So you have this little shielded guy, and then he like blasts out a shot here with his whatever that is. We should have put it a little higher. That'd have been nice. But you know, there's that. Let's see what it can do against Sully here. Nothing, because he is a giant monster. So kind of unpowerful. Let's see about freaking this little penguin guy, if he can get some damage going on here. Gotta go to the side because he's low. Yeah, not the best. I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. Next up, we've got a Furby. You can't go wrong with a Furby, except for every time. We got a Furby here though, and an ad for the Teletubbies. Teletubbies coming April 14th, which is also another one of those products we all grew up with. These Teletubby ones here, so there's that right there. The Furby though, I don't know. What do you guys think? He's cool, but I don't know. The Furby is okay. I feel like you can see it a little better on this one. He's alright. He's got the little white mohawk. Again, it's just a bag clip. So if you liked Furbies enough, which at this time you probably would have in the 2000s, you know, it kind of reminds me of a Squishmallow collab they just recently did. If you like them enough, you probably would have enjoyed this. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. I just don't have that much interest in Furbies, but it is nostalgic. It's like the ones that I think are just clear advertisements that are a little boring, like this one. You have a Beanie Baby here, the Thai Beanie Baby. This is for Liberty Bear here. Again, like, I really couldn't care less about Beanie Babies. At this time, though, everybody in the world, like literally my garage right now is filled with 3 containers, 3 drums of Beanie Babies, and my family collected them. Everybody did really at this time. And this is the Liberty Bear for the Liberty Bell from 1996. But it's like, I don't know. I guess, again, just like with the Furby, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Like, at the time, this is probably really cool, but as of this moment in this time period, kind of a little boring. 8 out of 10, which I think is actually kind of high. Yo, my goodness, I forgot about this movie. The Country Bears. This is the Country Bears. I remember this guy. This is from that really weird, like, human style, like, animatronic, I don't even know, like a fever dream of a movie, the Country Bears movie, based off of the Country Bears animatronics at Disney World. Wow, that, like, literally hit me like a sack of bear bricks. The nostalgia on that. That is just cool for the nostalgia of it. But again, he's just kind of a plushie, a little bit lazy, not the funnest thing ever. And that movie I don't think holds up well. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Oh, there is an unbelievable amount of trash that is building up in this room here. And I don't imagine the millions of these that are produced every single year has any impact on landfills. Nope. Ooh, there's one for Recess here. I didn't even know they had this collaboration. So we have Recess. It looks like Spinelli is in there too. So you have Spinelli there. Go ahead and pop this one open. Okay, so it looks like, okay, now this is fun, you know? Obviously, it's based off of something that I like, so therefore I'm gonna be a little bit more favorable to it. But it's not just like, oh, here's Spinelli as like a bag clip. To be honest, it doesn't really look that much like Spinelli, but we'll go ahead and just say that we're working with it. It's working, it's doing its best. But at least it it has something you can do with it as well. So you put this ball down like this, and then you actually pull it back, and she gets stuck there because she's over 20 years old. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay, there's a little release point here. Okay, so you release it, and you get a very mild hit. Let's try that again. Boom! There we go. A little bit more freaking sting on it. I don't know who has ever held a baseball bat like down like this in their entire life, you know, but it looks more like a golf swing, but it's cool. I feel like bad giving Spinelli such a low rating, but I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it's fun enough. Now this looks like it's gonna be interesting. Power Rangers Rescue here. Let's take a look at this one. Looks like you design it. It's got a little shell. Oh, another one that, like, as I'm holding this, I remember I wasn't much of a Power Rangers kid, but now holding it in my hands, I was a McDonald's kid, you know, so I got whatever Happy Meal they had. And I remember this one. Yes, so inside of here is the actual vehicle. So you can decorate your car with these stickers here, which is pretty sweet. But most importantly, what I think it really is about is the fact that, like, you can have it in this little, like, capsule that I think that they all connect, so you can have, like, a train. Yeah, so it pulls back. Oh, that's awesome. It releases it. The range of the camera, though, only shows so much, but it releases it. That's awesome. That's action-packed. And as a kid, you want the most action-packed thing, you know, something that's really just makes your head spin. Like, how did that even happen? Comparatively to a plush like this, I'm like, that's 10. 10. Unique. Awesomeness, a great utility. Like when they do something unique and fun that you can't even get in a regular toy, it feels like, for free, that's a 10. All right, what are you? This one is a Chibi Bato by Tiger. So Chibi Bato, I've never heard of this in my life either, but let's pop him open. He looks like he's very based off of his batteries, and they're probably very dead. So actually it looks like you rev him up here. Well, that was really not important. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 5. He shakes, and I guess he drums his legs on the table. Yeah, I could have lived my whole life without seeing that. Very boring. I'm gonna go ahead and go with 5 out of 10 on that one. Okay, Barbie, this one's gonna get a unique rating for me because of the fact that Barbies are kind of pricey. I mean, they did have some cheaper options back in the day, but we have this soccer Barbie right here. And I think one of the best things about Happy Meals is the fact that it does come with that free toy. It gives a lot of people a chance to really get in on something that maybe they can't even afford. So, you know, growing up with a single mom, sometimes most of my toys actually that I remember growing up were these meal toys. Like I had a lot of toys as I got older, but I was like really young when I was like 5, 6. We didn't have a lot of extra money. So a lot of the toys I remember growing up playing the most with were these Happy Meal toys. So I can imagine being in that same situation, maybe being a girl or somebody who was more interested in Barbie. I would have at some point probably wanted a Barbie doll and likely probably would have got something more like this knockoff monstrosity of a fake Barbie brand that you could probably get at Dollar Tree. So it's cool that you know, any girl was able to get a Barbie product pretty much for free alongside their food at McDonald's. And the Barbie's quality, I would say, is pretty nice. Like it's on par with the regular Barbie brand. It has a soccer ball here. I'm not really sure what the soccer ball actually does, if it just moves back and forward. So yeah, the soccer ball just slides back and forward so you can kind of like pretend she's playing soccer, I guess. But obviously Barbies are more about the creativity and how you use them in the first place and kind of have fun with them. They don't really do anything. It's about what you imagine them doing. And of course, this is still an ad though at the end of the day. So if you do happen to be that person who has money, you know, your kid can go in the back seat and just beg you to get this freaking Barbie dream house for your brand new Cynthia doll. I mean Barbie. There we go. I'm gonna give the Barbie though. I'm gonna go with an 8.5 out of 10. Oh my goodness, I remember these 102 Dalmatian ones. I remember the 101 Dalmatian ones and the 102 Dalmatian ones. They had like a million different ones for you to collect. Well, maybe it was like 101, which reminds me of the Disney 100 line where they actually released like a bajillion of them to collect. That's the first thing I've seen do anything that big since like these. But maybe there's other ones, but obviously I'm just not paying attention to the Happy Meal toys probably as I used to. But yep, these are them. I still, to this day, find these every single time I go to the thrift store. Without a doubt, like if I go look in those little bag toys, I 100%, 102% can find you one of these 101 Dalmatian toys. Very adorable. I mean, when you had to think of like 102 freaking designs, I don't blame them for some of them just being, you know, a water squirter. It's a toy, but it happens to be hollow and have a pinhole in it for you to shoot water in and out of it. All right, right, 102 Dalmatians. Because there's so many of them, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 9. I'll give them a 9 out of 10. Whoa! Freaking, oh my gosh, I can learn how to work at McDonald's so I can prepare for the job that my teachers always said I would have. We have, which actually isn't that bad of a job anymore. They actually, you know, not the worst job. But this is a McDonald's phone, so you can be pretending to answer the phone at a McDonald's. So we have a little phone piece here. So let's press number 2 here. So I guess you can like pretend. I don't really know what this is. For ages 3 to 2. Because I remember as a kid, now that I remember it, now that I look back on it, there was toys for kids, but then there was toys you could ask for that were for really young kids. And this seems to be one of those. It's ages 1 to 3. So it looks like it's just so you can have your own little like, you know, fake phone here with only 4 digits. You can just like type in a phone number here, press this button, and it lifts up the phone. All right. Why does it have wheels on the bottom? What the hell? Okay, that one, I don't know. 3 for ages 1 through 3. You can see how much logic's coming into these rankings here, really. Oh, this is cute. We have a Sanrio one. This is from, what year is this? 2002. This is a Hello Kitty keychain. This would cost you like freaking 25 bucks nowadays. Look at that. You have a Hello Kitty keychain right there. Pastel colors. This literally looks like something that would be hanging on a bag at Hot Topic right now. It's got the little heart-shaped attachment piece there, and it's filled with a reel of stickers there. So these are all stickers here, and a lot of them too. It's loaded up with Hello Kitty stickers, and then you can open it up and then re-put in those stickers or new stickers. But I mean, once you run out of the stickers, it just makes a really, really cool bag clip here, which I'll probably give this to Karina. You guys know Karina loves her Sanrio stuff, so I'll probably be giving this to her. That is pretty cool. Nice. I'll give that one honest, again, really nice quality on that one. I'm gonna give this one, for me, a 7 out of 10. Masters of the Universe. Was Masters of the Universe even around when I was a kid? Like, I don't remember it being very popular. 2003, Masters of the Universe. I guess this must have been when they tried to like bring the show back with like that new artwork. We'll pop it up on screen here. So you have, oh man, what is his name? I'm not an 80s kid, so don't flame me, but I'm gonna try to guess their names based off of like just my pop culture knowledge. Is his name Man of War? Oh, Man at Arms. Okay, Man at Arms, not Man of War. Man at Arms. So what does he do here? So you rev this up, and then he launches this spiral shield at you. That's pretty sweet. Like, you compare that to the freaking medieval times, whatever this freaking lame guy's name was. This is way cooler. See what I'm saying? You could have done so much more with your life. Ooh, get them freaking Man at Arms. I'm gonna go ahead and give him, that was pretty sweet. And the details in this are really nice too. Really clean overall. I'm gonna give him a, dang, do I give him a 10? 9. I'm gonna give him a 9. You know what? As far as action figures go, like, I feel like this is on par. The articulation in all the arms, the head's articulated. I feel like this could be up there with a blistered action figure with that as a separate piece. I'm giving him a 10. A 10. Ooh, we have a Lego one. So this is a Lego guy on like a skateboard, it looks like, which is the weirdest skateboard I've ever seen. I don't know why. There's like something weird about seeing a human being on like the advertising of like a meal toy. Like, it's like the fact that this is like in my food and there's like this human being's hand here. It doesn't mean anything. It's, to me, that's for some reason weird. Like, I just would rather just see all branding, but this kid's hand just kind of freaks me out. Whoa, some big Legos. We got some big Legos in there. Look at how big this guy's head is. His head's bigger than a regular Lego minifigure. So we build him up real quick. Let's take a look. It's a little odd. Can't lie to you on that. He doesn't have arms. And I think that's what makes me the most concerned, is he doesn't have arms. So he has no arms, and you're supposed to push him around like this, and that's kind of how he utilizes that, which is cool. Like, you know, you can get him to do flips and stuff like that. I can totally see how as a kid that would be kind of awesome. But the fact that he has no arms, kind of weird. And I've never in my life seen a skateboard design like that. I could be wrong. This could be some kind of weird board I've never heard of, but that's a strange shaped skateboard. I don't even know how you would pop that. And the amount of decal stickers they give you to decorate the skateboard leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, for Lego, I expected a little bit more, but for the awesome 2000s goatee, I'm gonna give him an 8. Ooh, we got another fingerboard one. The fingerboard ones, I feel like I have to just give them all a 10 because it's a part of the same thing. But I hope there's more in here because we're gonna try to create our own little skate park here. Oh my, literally I have something in my setup already that is basically this. And I paid like freaking $24 for it. So you can attach these together and you've got a ramp and staircase setup right there. And you get a brand new board with it too. These are basically the kids from Rocket Power. That looks Disease Sam from freaking Rocket Power right there. Look at that shoebie. So let's decorate this one too while we're at it. Okay, let's go ahead and see here. We're gonna go up the ramp, kick flip off onto the ground here. The ramp kind of moves with you, you know, the quality, you know, it is McDonald's still at the end of the day. So you have to go really light. Maybe if you got carpet, this would, no, I guess you wouldn't really be able to work that though, would you? You need that stick from the Lego to hold this still as you do it. There we go. 10 out of 10. This one's from Hercules, and it's Pain and the Cyclops from the movie. So the Cyclops, oh man, he is really gross looking. That's a lot of skin. Or that does not look like it was sculpted by the god. And it comes with a Pain figure too. So I'm assuming Pain goes inside of here. So he's inside the Cyclops. You open him up and then Pain is inside there. And then he's got a mouth that like protrudes open. Which, I mean, I don't know. It's cool, I guess. But this is just clearly an advertisement for the movie. I mean, honestly, those plates they had at McDonald's were way cooler than this. But you had to pay extra for those. So, for what you got for this, I'm going like 3, honestly. That's all you get left with is this guy and all of his layers stuck in your house, which doesn't really make me want McDonald's much. All right, next one up. Oh, now that's cool. This is for A Bug's Life. See, but it's a movie. It's a clear advertisement to get inside your house and for this to be sitting in your home and be a billboard for the movie, essentially. But this is fun at least. Whoa, sorry, Hopper. This is Hopper, one of the scariest Pixar villains. Genuinely used to terrify me as a kid. But look at the metallic, like, I see you there, McDonald, with the glitter finish on his shell there. What the heck? But let's just see. He might not work because he is so old, but let's check it out. Hey, so Hopper, as you would expect, he hops around. And again, a lot of these Rev-Up figures, they don't really work, so that's a pretty good sign of quality if one of these still works all these years later. Is it the most fun ever? Like, could you do that all day and like have a blast? Like, I feel like with the fingerboard, like it's something you could literally do for hours and have so much fun. Same thing with a lot of the Hot Wheel ones I picked, and the Sully one just makes for an actual good display piece, being that he can glow in the dark. But him, he's somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna give him a 9 because it is very good for a clear advertisement. Okay, Toys R Us, Cole, it's a little Beanie Baby Bear. Again, whatever I gave the other one, like a 5, 3, really boring. Big advertisement magazine, lame. This one is a Robo Chief. So this one has a flower here. That's pretty cute, actually. Okay, so it looks like it's like it kind of reminds me of like a Mario flower in some ways. So you rev it up, and then if I place it down like this, I press the button. Oh, and it starts moving. Okay, so the arms move, and on top of, oh, sorry. I mean, knock you over like that. But he also spins in the top there too. That's actually pretty cool. It's fun. It's fun. Very 90s. The aesthetic of it is really cute too. 2002 actually though. I'll give you an 8. All right, so this is a plain tie Beanie Baby. Oh, come on. They can't do that to me. That's cheating. It's a jellyfish. Come on. Okay, any other animal, I would have probably given this like a 2. I feel like that was a direct attack. They gave me a jellyfish. And his name is Gucci. How could I give a jellyfish named Gucci anything less than a 9? Come on. Okay, realistically, there's another one of these tie Beanie Babies. Okay, so let's do that one. There's this cat Beanie Baby. I love cats too, but jellyfish is a whole different story. His name is Chops. This, or maybe it's a lamb, actually. A lamb, a silent one, a silent of the lamb. So we have a lamb here. This is like a 2, you know what I mean? Like, it's, because it's a Beanie Baby, I want to give it an 8 just because it was on brand at that time. It's cool that it existed. But the jellyfish named Gucci, he's getting a freaking 10. I don't care, it's my list. Next up here we have a Barbie one, and this, I kind of remember them having one of these. Oh, that's cute. I remember them having one of these for Chalk Zone, the toys, for Wendy's, I believe. But this is a really adorable, like, flocked picture frame. So you guys can see it right there. It's a flocked picture frame. You got a picture of Barbie in there, which is kind of creepy, but you can also just do this and you can slide the photo out and put a photo of, you know, one of your friends, or if you don't have any friends, I don't know, you can put, like, I don't know, your dog in there, or your neighbor, if they know about the picture. It's just, I don't know, just put somebody in there, okay? You can put them in there. It's kind of cool though. And honestly, I wouldn't, like, if I saw this on someone's shelf, I wouldn't necessarily say like, oh, McDonald's. Like, I wouldn't have been able to guess that was McDonald's. I would say you got that at freaking TJ Maxx on the sale for like $7.99. Nice. Okay, so I'll give that one for what it is. I think that's a 9er. Solid piece. Not the funnest, but for what the niche it's going for, cool. Whoa, what did they do to my man Simba here? Next up, we have Lion King 1.5, the direct-to-DVD film for Lion King. And it is it looks like maybe a ring of some kind. How do we do this? Oh, it's for a pin. Okay, I see. Oh no, it goes for your finger, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but that is really not that cool. Okay, so first off, he's very dead and doesn't work anymore, and it's about the boringest thing I've ever heard of. So how it works is you have Simba goes on your finger, you press down and his mouth roars, but that sucks. That's really boring and not that cool, and I would have rather just had a figure of Simba like with the first movie's toys. 3, 2, honestly 2. Ooh, a very slept on movie. This is Atlantis, the Lost Empire. So there we go, we have Atlantis here. This one's a toy for, I can't remember his name, but one of the characters here will pop his name up on screen for you. There he is right there, and he's a launch toy too. They really fall into this launch trap a lot, it seems like. But he's a launch toy. Not bad. I mean, it fits into the movie. At least it's a fun thing for it being a bit, basically an advertisement. There's also this one too, which is for Treasure Planet. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Atlantis one here. Kind of fun. Let's give him a 6. The Atlantis one, another slept on movie here. What does he do? So it's just an action figure, leaving a lot to be desired. He's got the like ruby in his eye there, which looks like he might light up, but it actually doesn't. You can put a light through here though, you can see, and it lights up his eye and then delights it. So if you get a focus there, you can see his eyes lit up. If I put my finger over there, it stops lighting up, but I mean, I don't know. There's very limited coolness to that. And then if you get all of these pieces, you can create the orb from the movie. Another one of those toys that I think is really relying on you getting all of them, which most people aren't going to ever get the opportunity to or go to McDonald's that often. So I'm gonna give him a 3-2. Here's another Treasure Planet one. Like maybe if we have another one, we can like actually build it and see what happens here. So this one's Jim Hawkins. So yeah, that one didn't really do anything because it came with a tattoo. This one looks like the actual piece does something maybe. Well, it doesn't now, but it looks like this was a flashlight at some point, but it doesn't work anymore. But that goes in here probably. Okay, so we're working on something here. Like it looks like we're kind of building that orb there. But again, if you don't have all of, actually no, this one's a little better because it comes with this little board too. See, like creatively for me as a kid, I think I would have had a lot more fun with this. You could actually use it as like a bath toy. You could even pretend he's kind of like flying. I could see there's some fun to be had with the idea of that one versus the last one there. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a slight upgrade of a 5. Next up here we have the Bugs Life one, another VHS case one here, which these are some of the most memorable to me for some reason. And there we go, we have Dot, and you can see now how this would kind of connect. So now you can kind of put them together and it kind of creates this like sliding type of a train effect for it. I don't know, that one's not bad. But again, if you don't have multiple of them, it's kind of unrewarding individually. So for Dot, although she's way more displayable than him though. I feel like we gotta give her at least a 5. We'll give her a 5. Another Beanie Baby one, another freaking, I don't know, the first one I give an 8, but I'm starting to see more and more that I should have given it lower, so like probably a 4. A bag clip here for, oh wait, no, a minute, this is different. This is a marker, an individual marker for Piglet. Like at what point does something you cannot consider it a toy? You know what I mean? Like this is just a pink, like literally, oh, here's how a marker works. This is just just a pink marker. I do like that it's a piglet, but this should have been just a pencil topper maybe with like a hit with a sound effect. The creativity on this one is very, very low. I'm going with a 3. Haven't been impressed here in a few of these. Let's see if we can get impressed here. This is Tarzan. And I remember having this one as a kid. This is Tarzan. I feel like I remember it jumping. So this is the Jaguar from Tarzan, and I remember, yes, it's timed and it kind of does a leap. Very fun that you can kind of let it sit there, but she doesn't get enough range to really do any kind of lethal pounce. Hey, and they were really into this, like, put your fingers over the eyes kind of effect at this time. So you can see there her eyes are the same as the dude there. They light up, they don't light up. They were really going for that at this point. They were like, yeah, this people are gonna love that. I don't think anybody remembered this aspect of this. It's kind of tough because I think it would have been cool had she had maybe even like this much range, but with that much, like, can you even tackle him like right here in front of you? I was proven wrong. I'm gonna give her an 8 for just being proved wrong. Oh, this is the Jaguar too, but this is from Animal Kingdoms. This is Animal Kingdom. This is a cheetah. Is a Jaguar and a cheetah different? Okay, if you're a cheetah, I'm expecting you to be remarkably fast. That was actually, it was pretty fast. Not remarkably, but... You know what? What's cool about this one is you'll notice it starts off slow and then picks up. So it kind of shows like how a cheetah would be kind of like slowly stalking its prey and then takes off. Is that intentional? Was that just this one? Or did they all do that? No, that had to have been intentional. That could have been so lazy. I'm sure they didn't get paid anything extra to make it do that. But the fact that it does that little slow wind up and then takes off, 10, into the 10 spot. I might have been a little high on that one, but I don't know. I thought that was really sick. Okay, so here's another one of the Monsters Inc. ones here, and this is Celia from Monsters Inc. And it has her little receptionist desk there from the film. And then you get a pretty solid figure of Celia there. Does she do anything though? Her eyes glow in the dark too. But I can't give her a 10 like I did Sully, because Sully's is cool because, you know, they sneak into the kids' rooms at nighttime in order to scare them. Whereas this one, it's just pretty much, you know, she has no job in scaring. So her eye glowing in the dark is a little unnecessary. But it is still a pretty cool figure. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a 7 out of 10. I'm a Monsters Inc. and Pixar fan, so I'm probably a little biased. Mitter. This is another one of those Mystic Knight ones. Please don't be terrible like the other one. So it looks like maybe you can create like a dragon if you get all of the different versions of him. But again, a situation where if you don't have all of the pieces to it, he is really boring. Yeah, he doesn't do anything by himself. It just gives you the instructions on how to build a dragon. So you get the singular figure of this dude and then these wings to the dragon, I suppose. Man, these Mystic Knights figures are terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 3. That's the worst line we've seen in the set. Oh, now these are the ones I remember. So these are the VHS ones I was talking about. So this one's for Mary Poppins. These are these ones you would get. Like, honestly, I would put these on display if I could get a set of these, just because they're so nostalgic to me, is these VHS train ones. So how they would work is you would connect them here by this little piece, and then as you drag them, they kind of put on their own little parade, their own little Disney parade. This one is, of course, is from Mary Poppins, so you have the little penguin. Look at him freaking going crazy there. You know, so it's a little penguin there. You do have to incorporate it with another one, but by himself, it's a pretty cool display piece, being that it is the VHS case from the movie, and you can just kind of put it on display like that. He kind of is a weird, because he kind of leans to the left there, but if you can get him rested in a spot that's decent, nah, I don't know. I'm gonna say like a 5 individually, but as a set, these things were freaking tough, man. Okay, and then we have a Bratz figure here. Okay. And who is this? This is Cutting Edge. I don't know who this is. I try to remember their names. I want to say this one is Yasmin. So a pretty nice quality Bratz figure there. She comes with like a little like I don't know, like a night scarf, like a little night dress or something like that. I don't know, fashion. You know, not bad. You know, cute little figure there. And I put this in the same standard as I did the Barbie one. You know, an 8, because if you couldn't afford to have the Bratz doll, you know, at least you could get these ones from McDonald's and have like, you know, the essence of having the feeling of having a Bratz doll. So I'll give it points for that. Next one up here we have is Skeeter Valentine. This is from Disney's Doug, but I actually have this one on display right back here. I don't know if you can see it from there, but have him on display right here. So we have Skeeter, and I believe he just, I think maybe he glows in the dark. His little flashlight here glows in the dark. I don't know. As much as I love Doug and I want to give this like a 9 because I love just having a Skeeter keychain as a toy as a kid, probably would have been a little bit disappointed with this. I'm gonna give him a 4. All right, so we have another Fisher Price 1 through 3 one here. It's this little car guy here. He's got a forklift. I guess it's like when you're that young, you're just like, oh wow, this makes a noise, and that is enough to impress me. He doesn't do anything. I thought this was like mechanical or something. You can move him back and forward. It's a little forklift. You know, you don't even need a license. For who it's for, I'm gonna give him a freaking, just give him a 5. Eeyore plush, as sad to look at as the character, 5. Oh, from the Lilo and Stitch movie. Okay, you have the hula Elvis Stitch. That's amazing. So it's a little hula keychain here. Oh, no way. He's got a surfboard too. That is clean. So there's also this little stick here too. So I'm assuming maybe there's other ones that you could attach and then they can kind of all bobble together, which is even cooler. But just this by himself, you glue that into your car and you got a little hula rockin' Elvis Stitch. Again, I would guess you bought that at like Five Below or something at least. That's nice. I'm giving him 9 out of, damn, 10 out of 10. I'm a Stitch fan too. We got another Country Bear, creepy, 4. We have a Furby, but this one isn't, oh my gosh. My eyes have been open for 20 years. I've never blinked. Why does he give the side eye like that? He looks like my dog, bro. What the frick? Okay. For just the oddness that this one is, I want to give him an 8. Just because his face is so concerned. I love that every time I touch the table here, I can see hulas. Like, it's an active hula toy. All right, 8 for the Furb. All right, we got another one of the Monsters Inc. ones here. I'm assuming, what do? You glow in the dark? Yes, his eyes glow in the dark. This is the freaking guy who got his freaking skin shaved off because of a sock on his back. I do love the little door pieces though. Those are awesome little display pieces. But honestly, seeing that all of them do the glow in the dark kind of makes me want to take Sully out of the 10 category, but I'll keep it going for now. What is this? Zebra's Animal Kingdom 2. Okay, the last Animal Kingdom one was incredible. So what do you do, Mr. Zebra? Oh, I can tell already by the rev up on this one. This is broken. So he probably at one point did like a little gallop or something, but it doesn't work anymore. So lack of quality on top of that one. You're getting a 1. Ooh, here's another Stitch one, so we can see if the boards do connect. So this is Fleekly, who in the movie was like already a pretty energized and like wild kind of dude. But like in the animated series, he just got more and more wild. So there he is. We got Fleekly, and he is also a hula character there. But that gets major points because I could try to see here. Ah, okay, so they don't attach. It's just if you wanted to use it like a bag clip, you could, but it's not like necessary. It's just an option. So again, I like that it's a hula figure though, but come on, you can't be freaking Elvis Hula Stitch. You're getting a freaking 8 Fleeky. Got another of the Tigger Winnie the Pooh, so same ranking. We have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. I have a lot of Toy Story toys, so I've gotten this one before. Really good one though. These two walk together, so they walk in tandem with each other. That's pretty cute and fun too. 1998, you know, they're couple goals. You know, they may not get along all the time, but at the end of the day, they're still together and they always got each other's back. So for that, I like the design. It's a rev up toy, but the fact that it's unique and they kind of work together is really cool. So I'm gonna give it a 9. And I'm a Toy Story fan again. Another frog, the Hopkins. Hopkins is back again. I should have asked if there was duplicates in this lot, but hey, it's okay. Ooh, this one's cool. This is a surfboarder vehicle. This is a Hot Wheel as well too, surfboarder vehicle. But I feel it feels kind of like a downgrade. I mean, it's a cool Hot Wheel, you know? Can't complain. Nice little ride there. But considering just, you know, 2 years later, we end up getting one with a launcher and a Hot Wheel. Launcher still works though. I'm gonna go ahead and say not quite a 10 like the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and say 8 on this one. Still very, very cool. Nice Hot Wheel, but I missed the launcher. Ooh. Now this is for me. We have freaking Boom Boom Huck Jam. Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Huck Jam. Air to Fakie. This is a Tony Hawk freaking McDonald's toy. How did I never have this as a kid? So how in the world does this work? Does he really do a freaking trick? So it has a launcher here. You connect it here. What is gonna happen with this? I'm so interested. Okay, well that's not that cool. I honestly thought he was gonna like, but maybe that's on me for expecting too much. Maybe it's this, maybe I have to, oh, wait a minute. Bro, this is going to be the sickest thing you've ever seen. No way they did this. Bro, oh my goodness. We did it. That is the greatest meal toy of all time. That is 10 out of 10 out of 10. That's a 900. Holy crap. I need all of these. Are you joking me? And you throw in stickers. Yeah, there's freaking stickers. There's stickers to sicken it up. That's freaking awesome, man. Like, the thought of that. So, like, okay, how can we get him to do a fakie up and then come back down the other ramp? How could you do that with a free meal toy? And somebody figured it out. This person deserves whoever created this toy deserves an unbelievable raise. I say this is better than some toys that are in the $30, $40 price range. That is the greatest meal toy possibly of all time. And I'm sure the other ones are equally as awesome. That one, that's an 11. I'm putting that as its own separate category. Oh my God, I wonder if there's other ones, there's Tony Hawk ones. I need another one now. Please don't tell me that was the only Tony Hawk one. There's another one. There's another one. There's another Tony Hawk one. What does this one do? No. What do you do? Please tell me it's something sick. Okay, this one's a little bit more simple, but hey, that's still freaking dope. This one is a drop-in. So you get Tony up here, Mr. Hawk. You get him on the top here. He hooks in, and then you press the button, and it drops him down the pipe. And he goes pretty freaking smoothly. Oh, it's because there's actually, like, it locks him in with the board here. So, like, even if he wanted to, he couldn't fall out. So that's how he goes in so smoothly. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh, man. These Tony Hawk toys. Best video game. Best freaking toys. Tony had it going on, man. Is there another Tony Hawk one? Just maybe it's a Tony Hawk video. No, I think that was the last Tony Hawk one. If you guys want to see me do a video of opening up Tony Hawk ones, let me know, because dude, I am here for it. That had to be a bonus video for sure, or like a Patreon exclusive. But oh, there's no more Tony Hawk ones. That just made my whole freaking night. Admittedly, my night's very makeable, but that's it. All right, let's do a few more here. So next up here, this is Diva Stars. So Diva Stars, I think, might even predate Bratz. So this is it looks like a little pocket watch, you know, one of these classic little like mini, like barely even has anything on their watches. You would get it like a cereal and stuff like that. But you can see the design is very on brand with like Bratz kind of. It kind of feels like a Bratz. But I think Diva Stars might be slightly before Bratz actually. This is 2001. But yeah, there's no like, I'm pretty sure that at some point the watch probably worked, but it doesn't work anymore. So there's that. I'm gonna give it a 3. Bugs Life here. This is a wind-up toy. I had this one as a kid too. I can vividly remember. Oh wow. Vividly remember. This is the Beetle, of course, from that film. I mean, I don't know. He walks. It's a wind-up toy. It's kind of cool because he is a bug, so it's like you kind of want to see him crawling around. I give him the most credit for the paint job on these Bugs Life ones. Like the fact that the paint jobs on these all have like these glitter finish to them, but kind of boring. Again, it's a Rhino Beetle or whatever it's called. 4. We have Little W. Okay, I imagine that being a little miniature version of one of our ex-presidents, but it's like a little guy in there. Pullback car. Okay, I mean, that's kind of cool. He goes forward and backward. I didn't expect that. Maybe that was just coincidence. Oh no, he does. Okay, so he goes forward and backward. I like that. It looks like I'm playing in reverse, but I'm not. I don't know. I was honestly, the wind-up was going to give him a 4, but the fact that he goes backwards too, I'm going to go with an 8. That was kind of cool. Oh yeah, I remember these. These were super bad. This is for Spy Kids 2, I'm pretty sure. This is a compass with a watch. The watch doesn't work anymore. I've actually built this. There's a video on ADHD's Life where I actually built this complete Spy Kids toy before. But it really only is good if you get the entire set. And I actually got rid of that entire setup, the bug that it creates, because it falls apart. Like literally any movement, the whole thing falls into pieces. It's not very well built, so I'm giving this a 2. Next up, a Transformers here. So we have a Transformer. This looks like it is, his name is Cyclonus. The Cyclone wasn't crazy enough. Cyclonus. So, like this, he's a robot. But because it's a McDonald's toy, very little transformation. Now he's a plane. But I think this is one of those guys where you like rev it up. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. If the wheel is what winds him up, that's gonna get some points. That's kind of awesome. Okay, so you might want to get yourself ready here because this is going to be pretty incredible, I think. So you put the fan blade on there, and then presumably you push him forward. Dang, I think this probably back in the day was awesome because what it would have done was you probably rev this forward and then this thing launched in the sky. That was going to be incredible, but right now all it's doing is making streaks on my table here. I don't think the wheel works anymore. Damn. All right, well, since you don't work, we're giving you a 3. You knew somebody who had this cow in their house. This is one of those Beanie Baby cows, 3. Weird McDonald baby phone thing for like stimulation. I like that better than the other phone. I'll give it a 4. Snow White Dwarf. This is like, he's happy. I'm assuming that's happy. If he's not happy, it's kind of creepy, but I'm pretty sure that's happy. 4. Oh, this one's new. I don't have this one. We have Doug here. This is Doug with a little suit here. So it looks like, what did he do? He has like a little light back here, but couldn't tell you what Doug used to do. There doesn't have any instructions on some of these either, so I don't know. Somebody in the comments maybe can tell me, what did this Doug at any point do? He's got this button on his back, you can see right there, but the button doesn't do anything. And there's nowhere like on the front where he has like a water squirter, or I can't really see anything notable. But I'm gonna put this one in my room because I have them all back here. I have Quail Man, I have Patty Mayonnaise, and now I have the Doug to go there. So I'll be keeping that one. I mean, it's not really that cool though, so I'm gonna give it a 4. But for me, in my collection, I think it's pretty cool, so I'll keep it. This is from Atlantis as well too. This is the actual necklace from the film. And admittedly, that's kind of cool. It's dead because it doesn't light up anymore. But like, can you imagine, you know, like you being able to hold this like crystal that's basically glowing? You could use that a lot in like your imagination as like some kind of special relic of power, you know. It would be cool if the light still worked, but you know, it wasn't necessarily supposed to last 20 years, so I'll go ahead and give it a 6. I kind of forget there's the dad in this movie too. There's also, this is Jane's father, I believe, from Tarzan, and he's just like a rolling figure. You roll him and his legs kind of move with him, but I mean, who wants to really play with like this freaking old man? The mechanics are cool though. 3. Now 2. Oh my gosh, that's kind of fire. We have the Wicked Witch. That, as a Disney Villains fan, that's actually pretty dope. This is the Wicked Witch as a bag clip. I mean, you get one of those Snow White Loungefly bags. You hook this on there with the apple. That's kind of fire. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna give it the eyes glow in the dark too. That'd be kind of sick. I doubt it, but nah, they don't, but that would be even cooler. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a freaking 8. That's awesome. Have a My Little Pony. This kind of goes in the lines of the Barbie. Like if you're a kid that just wanted to be a part of the My Little Pony phenomenon and trend, it's cool to be able to have access to it in some way. So I'm gonna give it a 7. Ooh, I forgot about these, the Mulan toys. So this one is, what is his name? Freaking Shang? So you have Shang here, and then you also have the firework here. The freaking, you know, that freaking massive monster dragon firework that Mushu uses to take down the other army. So that goes in there. You use Shang, and then boom, he shoots that guy off. So that's kind of cool. You know, that was a pretty iconic piece in the movie. It's very fleeting and fun. Like almost every time you do it, it gets a little less interesting. And there's only so much you creatively could really think about with that. So I'm not gonna give it like super amounts of points. And I love that his ponytail is just like this little freaking notch, this little like horn on the back of his head, like a little thumb piece here if you do your grip on there. I'm gonna go ahead and give him 4. Another frog! His name is Smooshy. It's Smooshy the frog, and he is as interesting as the rest of the Beanie Babies. We'll give him a 4. I know the Beanie Babies' rankings have gone up and down, but none of them got a 10, right? Peter Pan 2. which is a really sad movie at the start. Like freaking, their like whole family is like stuck in this like war-torn freaking city, and she's kind of like mean to Peter. But I also get that Peter was kind of annoying too. Peter is like total narcissist, but we love Peter. All right, let's see what we got here. So it looks like you put Wendy's daughter here, which I can't remember her name, but Wendy's daughter. You put her on here, and then where does this go though? So I guess you just kind of let her just kind of wind down. My expectations fell as it did. 2. Could have been using it wrong, but 2. This one is a little pocket mirror for Barbie as well too. Something about this mirror though, like, I don't know, like the idea of like a kid friggin' having like a little breakable, like how easily this could be broken, and they just have like an actual piece of glass here. Doesn't seem the safest, unless it's like a plastic. Where are you guys at? There you are. Unless it's like a plastic mirror, which like, yeah, I think it is a plastic mirror, so I think it's okay, because it would have shattered by that bending. Yeah, it's a plastic mirror, so I'll give it some, that's okay. I mean, again, for the person it's for, I don't know, I guess it's kind of cool. 5. And the last one here we are gonna do, this is from Ninja Turtle. This is actually not that old because this is Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles. I wanted to finish it off here in a Nickelodeon item because I will be keeping this one added to our collection here. I don't have this one. This looks like maybe he's like a puncher of some kind. You know, Raph, always good for just socking people. He just gives you deadly body blows. You put your thumb on the back here, and then you just move it back and forward, and he just freaking just goes ham with these body shots. Just poof, 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 poof. Sully, you're our guy for today. Just freaking laying it into Sully here. Just body shot on body shot. That is hilarious. And I think some of the newer iterations of the toys that they have do the same thing. I don't know. I like Raphael just freaking flailing his punches everywhere. I'm gonna give him an 8. I'm gonna give him an 8.5. Hell. And it's got a little QR code too. You can scan in on him to unlock a game. 10. A 9. All right. And there's a few left in here, guys, but a lot of them are duplicates. If you guys want to see a part 2 to this, I mean, we all know there's enough McDonald's toys for me to do a part 2 of this. If you guys want to see it, let me know. But oh my gosh, that is a lot of McDonald's toys here. Holy crap, that is an unbelievable amount of them. If you guys want to see me do more, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. What was your favorite one from this entire video? And also, which ones did you have growing up? My favorite is still the Tony Hawk one here, this Power Rangers one, the Incredibles one, this Cheetah one. These are all the tin ones I gave it. And I think number 2, and the one I probably would have the most fun with as a kid, is probably the fingerboarding one. I just think there's like hours I could have gotten out of that as a kid. I know I did already, so I can attest to it. So that's my favorite ones. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to go check out the Patreon, go check it out. You've probably gotten this video early. It was already on Patreon. You get early releases, extended versions of the videos, and they're 100% ad-free. Plus, we're going to be doing a Patreon exclusive giveaway of the Patrick Star video game in September. So go ahead and check it out over there. We're going to be giving away the steel bookcase version of the game to one of our members of Patreon that signed up in the month of September. And if you're not on our Whatnot streams, go check out the Whatnot stream. I'm going to be giving away almost all of these. Besides like the handful that I told you I was going to keep, the majority of these I'm going to be giving away to people in our Whatnot streams for absolutely free. All you have to do is sign in to the Whatnot streams, hang out with us, join into the shows, and press enter. It's even free shipped. You have to literally do nothing. It'll just show up at your door. As unbelievable as that sounds, it is real. We do it every single week. So we'd love for you to be a part of it and come hang out with us. And you could take home some of these guys here that were featured right here in this video. And whether they got a high ranking or a low ranking, hopefully you'll enjoy them. But as always, stay tuned here. I gotta add actually like a handful of things here into the collection. But before that, you know the drill. Scan it. added Doug right here with the rest of the other characters from the show. Again, these are Disney, but you know, he was on Nickelodeon, so there's not a lot of merch for him that I have in the collection. So I went ahead and put Doug in his little presidential suit here. And I went ahead and put the old hag here on the Disney shelf. Welcome to one of Marcus's forgotten outros. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Check out this video on your screen right over here that I know you're gonna love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Whatnot, Patreon, all that stuff is down below. Go check it out. It helps out so much with what we do here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios and bloop.